Welcome back to the channel. If you had Cooper Rush for 340 on your bingo board, props to you. But I'm happy to admit how wrong I was about Rush, what the offense could do without Dak Prescott. It's hard to downplay it and act like it's not something special, but this team is special. And I can't downplay it anymore and how different this team is with Mike McCarthy. We can question personnel choices, what they do on the field, but you can't question results. At 6-1, with an easier stretch coming up, we'll see what happens. This week, it's home against the Denver Broncos. Denver at 4-4, fresh off a win against the Washington football team. They're talented on both sides of the ball, but have been held back by injuries. Let's be honest, they've beaten some pretty bad teams to get there. Once again, get the proper perspective and get a closer look. I got calling a few special guests. Joining me tonight is Will Spencer of Fantasy's Phinest, Mark Nux, aka Mick Nux, also the Fantasy Phinest podcast, and finally, Ace, Mr. Black Moscato of TikTok fame. Fellas, what's up?
Let's go. I'm mad he put Ace as TikTok famous. Like, come on, guys. TikTok.
I mean, he's getting them, man. You guys have seen him online.
What's he doing? Dances?
That's AKA Mr. Go Viral.
This man doing
that's his name.
Look, if I do numbers like Ace, then we all getting paid. So
I hear you. I hear you for real.
I'd be like, yo, what's your secret, bro? Like,
exactly.
He be tweeting random stuff and be going viral. I'm like,
you know what's funny? Not to even harp on that, but when I tweet something, I don't expect it to blow up like that until I look back at it because somebody liked it and be like 900 likes. I'm like, bro, this is a random tweet. I'm like, what is this? Nah, I'm not famous by no means.
That's Mark is fantasy information and everything. I get 5 likes, 4 likes.
Well, because nobody like you, Will.
I know nobody likes me.
And it's us typically.
I got 3K in followers on Twitter, and I get nothing but Eagles hate all day. And I half the time I would be tweeting about them like that. Like I've been chilling on that whole front. I've been relaxing. Taking it easy.
It's a natural hate, dude. It's just a natural hate. You gotta take it.
I tweet about the Cowboys and get hate for Eagles fans.
Well, exactly.
I don't even get that.
Exactly, because wherever you tweet, because it's just automatically comes back like, yo, just hang this man real quick, because that's all. That's
how it goes. But you know, fellas, man, either way, thank y'all for coming on and making the time. Honestly, I appreciate y'all for doing this, man.
Thanks for bringing us on.
Thanks for having me.
No problem at all, man. So before we get into it, just let everybody know how we can find you guys, man. Whether it's TikTok, Twitter, IG, wherever else, how can we find y'all? Let's start with you, Will.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at hype_finest. You can also follow the podcast too, the Fantasy's Finest, on Twitter under that handle. And you can also check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We got a group over there that's growing. Instagram, we got a bunch of pictures and all the extra stuff over there. And then you can go to the website at thefantasysfinest.com and check us out. And our podcast is available everywhere except Odyssey. They not calling me back, so I need to send them another email. Tell them, yo, let us in. But we're on Google, Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and a few others. So you can check us out and hit the subscribe button there.
All right, real good. Ace, how about you, man?
Only follow me on Twitter. Everything else I don't use. TikTok, that's just so I control on Twitter. My Twitter is ace_ECA4. Simple. Plain.
All right, Mark. So, hey, man. So, Mark, I missed you on the podcast when I was a guest on it for you, man. But tell us how we can find you. And actually, man, you do some gaming. So tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah. So everybody can find me. I mean, really just Google me, McNux. If you Google MCKNUX, man, you'll find every single social media account, man. And then, like you said, I do a video game podcast called Pass Controller on the side where we do just straight up video game news. Just getting everybody current into the video game industry as well, too. So we do that. Me and 2 other good gaming buddies of mine, man. So you can find us at just PTC Gaming Show on either Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, everywhere. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to my Twitch as well too. We're reaching that magical number of 1,000 followers, man. Where I'm probably gonna give away an actual Nintendo Switch. I got it right here. I don't want it. I'm trying to give it away, man. That's all I'm saying. So follow me on Twitch, man. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I know. Salute, man. Hey, follow these guys on whatever platforms. They're great follows, man, across the board. And once again, I'm LP Cruz. You guys can find me at SDQ Flight Crew. So, fellas, if you guys don't know how we do things here, the rundown is pretty much always the same with the guests when they come on. So we'll preview the Cowboys defense versus the opponent's offense this week. That's going to be the Denver Broncos, of course. And Mark, since you are, clad in Denver's gear, let's just go ahead and get right to it. I promise we'll be fair. Well, I promise.
Yeah, man, listen. Listen, I'm gonna get at y'all. Listen, there's gonna be a whole bunch of who cares, but you know what? Though I'll wait till y'all speak. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, don't worry about you. With me, you ain't safe hands, so I'll set the
I hear
table
you.
for you. So don't worry about that. All right. So starting off with the Denver O line. For this group, what are you guys' initial thoughts? It looks like Garrett Bowles is going to be out this week. So how you guys feel about the Denver O line? Ace, I'll
Listen,
start with you, man.
To be honest, their O line against our D line, it's hard to say. I don't even know if our D line will eat. Our D line has been making like some big plays, like in big moments, but Denver's O line is also bad. It's like ranked 25th out of like 32. But the defensive side of the ball, like I caught the numbers, but on the defensive side of the ball, we have 12 sacks. It's like ranked 25th. We're really low on forced fumbles, really like middle of the pack as far as QB pressures. So it's going to be that'll be interesting, but I can't pick a side because just as bad as the Denver's O-line is, the Cowboys D-line, I don't want to say are bad, but they like middle of the pack. So I don't know if it's top of me.
All right, Mark, go ahead, man.
and you know what? He's right about that, man. I'm not excited about my O-line, man, for real, to be honest with you, man. And like I said, with Garrett Bowles been, like I said, he's only missed besides his injury, he's only missed one game, and that was out of sickness, man. You know what I'm saying? But so Bowles has been, really consistent, man. But now we have who you have, man, Calvin Anderson, you know what I'm saying? So taking his place. And again, like I said, it's to rank 25th. You got to put up the number of freaking eights, you know what I'm saying? But it's right now, dude, I just hoping that they give Teddy B enough time, dude, in the pocket. Like, seriously, I really hope they give enough time. And I think what the Cowboys D-line is I think respectively is really, as far as defense goes, man, ranked 8th, I believe, man, according to Pro Football Focus, man. According, I know Will got the stats, man, but listen, that's all I need, man. We got our core back. I know we're going to get ahead of it. I know we got a core wide receiver group back. I'm just hoping that the O-line gives Teddy B enough time, at least a couple seconds, man. Teddy can get rid of that ball quickly, man. Please, for the love of God, dude. That's all I want, man.
Real quick before we'll go. Mark, if I think Randy Gregory gonna kill y'all.
Get the heck out of here,
man. You taking all my stuff.
Get the heck out of here, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Save me some.
I was like, all right, they covered it. Ace got the stats. Mark got his squad. At least I got Randy Gregory.
I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: the defense may seem like it's middle of the pack, but they've been able to do some pretty solid things. They've been able to shut down, and I won't say like they've been able to. The thing that about the Cowboys defense is they've been able to keep most good teams under a certain amount of point totals. Mm-hmm. I had it up, and then when Ace mentioned Randy Gregory, threw me off. But their point total for the season, points allowed, they're what? See, man, you screwed me. You screwed me up. I had it all. I had it all set, but they gave it up.
This is what Will does. Right? This is what Will does. He kind of makes it seem like he got some numbers, and then they be wrong.
That's what they ain't wrong. It's nothing wrong. But
we're not talking about total defense. We're talking
what
about
I'm saying is
the D line.
But the point that I'm trying to get to is that they're going to be able to put pressure on Teddy Bridgewater. You got Randy Gregory, who's been looking great over the last couple of weeks. You saw what he did against Minnesota in their offensive line. He cleaned Kirk Cousins on a play. He almost had a forced fumble. This is the kind of, they're not, what's the word I want to use? They're not flashy when it comes to the defensive line, but they get the job done, especially against weaker teams like the Denver Broncos.
You know what, Doug? First of all, hold on, man.
That's not a diss.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Hey, you're right. But still, man, like I said, listen,
y'all cupcake soft.
Listen.
Let's be real.
Give Teddy. That's all I'm saying. Just give Teddy a few seconds, man. That's all it is, man.
Be eating the ground.
Nah, he ain't gonna be eating the ground because he knows how to get rid of the ball.
Your offensive line is not built like that. Y'all haven't faced any premier rushers over the first quarter of the season until y'all played the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
When y'all face a formidable pass rush, or at least a half decent one, y'all fold like wet paper. So I'm not sure why you think that's a diss. I mean, your first 3 games were the New York Giants. They suck. The Jacksonville Jaguars
is pretty good though.
Who? The
The
Giants?
Giants, yeah.
And
Yeah.
how's that been working out for them?
No. I'm not saying that they're good by any chance.
But that's my
But I'm saying
point.
But see, that's the thing, though, right? So, and Mark, I'm trying to be fair and objective here.
Bump being fair. They trash.
We are. See,
Hey, listen, me will do this all
like
day
that.
because all day I've been waiting for this week. But go
So
ahead.
he framed it like that. But the way so I'm skimming through the depth chart. Like you
Mhm.
said, you mentioned Anderson. I see as a reserve, I see Cam Fleming. And we know Cam Fleming. Cowboys fans know who that is really well.
Turnstile.
Hey, man, right this way. The escort. So I look at that, then look at the interior for you guys, right? It seems like the Dallas interior. Y'all talked about Gregory, that's fine, but I'm looking at these guys, looking at Osa inside, and I'm looking at the Hamilton inside. Bohanna, they've been stopping the run really well this year, and they're getting pressure inside, especially up the middle in the pocket. Like they've been doing a great job of that. So the way I look at it, I'm like, if it's me, how do you stop that? Plus, you saying you have a new O lineman playing this week. The way they like to run their TE stunts up front, the way Dallas is so athletic with Gregory, man, hard to argue that they can hold up, man. Teddy, we'll talk about Teddy. So let's save the Teddy comments later on. We'll talk about Teddy in a moment. But the way it looks like to me, looks like the Dallas front got him. So can we agree, Dallas, with the edge?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But
Okay.
hey, listen.
I was on the fence, but if we have to choose, now I'm going Dallas. I'm going Dallas.
Yeah, the rankings don't lie. You're right. The rankings don't lie, man.
This week,
the rankings don't lie.
Here's
Here's the thing. Like I said, man, we'll see. I'm hoping Coach Fangio, and first of all, hashtag fire Fangio. I hate him. Seriously, I hope that Vic, man, really gets in these guys' grill, man. Like seriously, you know what I mean? Because he knows what he's up against, man. I'm hoping that he gets, and with the whole thing about, like I said, with first of all, with all the events that happened recently, you know what I'm saying, with Miller gone, you know what I mean, that has to pretty much put fire, in the Broncos' butts, man. Like seriously, this is going to, it's like a wake-up call, dude. It's a real wake-up call. And I know, you will trash. It's a wake-up call, dude.
Get him a small violin. We don't
It's
care.
a real wake-up call, you know what I'm saying?
Care.
Now, real quick, LP, because here's the thing, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. And see, I'm gonna save it. To talk about the defense, but I'm gonna save it. Anyway, let's keep it. Let's keep it real. I'm gonna save it for later on. Oh my God.
We'll get
Woo!
there.
Yeah.
Mark, I promise we'll get there. We'll hit all these talking points. All right. So let's move on to your running backs. Okay. Like I think with the running backs, they kind of do a little bit of different things. I like Gordon between the tackles. I like Javonte as a pass catcher. We talked about Javonte during draft season, I think, over the summer as well. But with these running backs, I'm gonna just ask the question openly to you guys. Of the Denver running backs, if you're a Cowboys fan, and I'll flip it to you, Mark. So talking about my guys, Ace, Will, who would you rather see in that backfield on Sunday? Do you want to see Melvin Gordon? Do you want to see Javonte?
Both. To be honest with you, both, man. I love them both, man. That's pretty much, for me, it's a 1-2 punch, man. You talk about Javonte Williams. Seriously, one man, he leads all running backs with missed tackles, man. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, that dude is elusive. And I remember even, who put the stat out, man? It was like, dude, this is like looking at Barry Sanders almost, because I was like, you know what? That's right. Seriously, this is actually, I'll put it this way. I look at Javonte Williams, man, and I'm happy about him being a franchise running back, because I know we're not keeping Melvin Gordon, man. We're not keeping Melvin Gordon, man. Javonte Williams is pretty much our best bet, man. You know what I'm saying? Going forward after the season, man, for real. And then what he's putting out there, man, I'm so happy. But what Melvin Gordon did, especially last game and for a couple games as well too, I can't shut him out as well too. Melvin Gordon's been producing as well, so I love to see them both, man. That's a definite 1-2 punch right there. Definitely 1-2 punch. That's the same thing. Listen, we can talk about that. I could compare that to Zeke and Pollard, man. Bump that. First of all, I love what we have, man. That's all I'm going to say, cuz.
The disrespect to go and do
Come on, cuz. Come on, man.
Now, I'll say this. I would rather see Melvin Gordon because of what Mark just said. Javonte Williams, I feel like, is a more dangerous running back. I think he has a lot more big play potential than Melvin Gordon does. Melvin Gordon is solid, but I think he's at the point in his career where he's not a jag. He's not just a guy, but he's not what he used to be, like he was when he was with the Chargers. Javonte Williams is the one that scares me, but they continue to split work between the both of them. And I think that's what caps what Javonte Williams can do. And you're going up against the Cowboys defense that's given up the fourth fewest rushing yards to opposing running backs so far this season, and he just shut down Dalvin Cook, held him for under 100 yards. We know how Dalvin Cook get down, but they bottled him up. So give me Melvin Gordon. We can shut him down easily. Javonte Williams might break. I say he might break one, but overall, I think the Cowboys' run defense is a lot better than what people want to give credit. They're gonna shut that Broncos run game down, and then it's gonna force Teddy Bridgewater to throw, and you know you don't want that.
Come on, dog. It really.
Did I say anything wrong?
Come on, man. Come on. Man.
Are you all right? Let's put it this way: the Cowboys slow the running game for the Broncos down. Are you comfortable having Teddy Bridgewater throw? I mean, I'm sorry not to go off script.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet, man.
I'm sorry,
oh my God.
I jumped ahead.
Told you, LP. That's what he do, dog.
Whatever.
I mean, just for me, like my take, I would say, like, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I want to see Javonte, and I think it's because with me, if Javonte's going to be, multiple, he can do a lot of different things in the passing game. Well, look, we got Michael Parsons playing, we got Keanu Neal playing. I feel like we can already kind of sustain that already. Now, I think being tough inside with Melvin Gordon, him being a better inside runner, I think that seems to work. So, I think that's probably the better option right there. The Cowboys back seven versus the Broncos receivers and tight ends. So I'll start off this time real quick. We talk about with Dak his weapons all the time. Always talking about weapons and what Dak has and X, Y, Z. I think for Denver, and we discussed it over the summer as well on the podcast at theleaguewinners.com, which y'all can check out. But I talked about the same weapons of Sutton, Judy, Tim Patrick, the tight ends, Albert O, Noah Fant. It's a lot of guys that they have to work with, man. Plus the running backs that you talked about, Mark. So let's just talk about what the pass catchers can do versus the Cowboys, all right? So I think, like last week, man, Cowboys fans talking to you guys specifically, it's going to be about, I think at least, it's about Anthony Brown, right? What does Anthony Brown do well against his group? Judy's tough. Sutton has the body control. Just tell me, guys, what do y'all expect this to happen with this offense versus the Cowboys defense with these weapons?
Okay, so, I'm going to go real quick. So, actually, I was looking at it, actually. Number one, I'm not really afraid of the Broncos receiver core because of the quarterback they have back there. I'm sorry. It's just
Speak on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just, Teddy Bridgewater throws like 4 yards. I'm not really worried about that. Now, Trayvon, outside of Trayvon, I was looking down, the quarterback ratings that each DB gives up. Anthony Brown, surprisingly, is not playing that bad. Trayvon, what makes it look bad is because Trayvon is playing so well. Trayvon is giving up only 43.9 as far as the quarterback rating, while Anthony Brown is giving up like 89. Now, technically, Anthony Brown is playing pretty good. Trayvon's just playing lights out. So I feel comfortable with Trayvon on Judy, and I've been
Trayvon
on
on Judy.
But I feel comfortable with Anthony, or either Trayvon or Judy, Trayvon or Sutton, Anthony Brown, or either whichever one. But I feel comfortable with doing that. Now, Noah Fant is the one who worries me because our linebackers.
Just an update. He's out because of COVID, man. So we got Albert O.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So we got the boy with the extremely long name on over there.
Okay. So I'm gonna take that
his
back.
name is.
I'm gonna take that back. I'm not worried at all. Not worried at all.
No, you know what?
Fame. If I actually worry about Noah Fant too, but if he's out, then
I didn't know he was out. That's good we have a Broncos fan on because nobody cares about that news.
What's this thing? I'm gonna tell you real quick, man. Don't sleep on Albert O, man. You know what I mean? For real. Don't sleep on Albert O.
He's a bum.
Don't sleep on Albert O, man.
I won't say that. I won't say that, but he's not Noah Fant. He doesn't have it down.
He does. He's not Noah Fant for sure. You know what I mean?
Is he Dalton Schultz? I don't think so.
Listen, don't sleep on Albert O.
He's not.
Hey,
okay, so then he's
don't
a bum.
sleep. Don't sleep, dog. Don't sleep like that freaking what's that white girl singing? I forgot. Don't sleep, dog. You know what I mean? Don't sleep, man.
All right, Mark. So I'm gonna leave it open to you finally, man. So let's talk about Teddy Two Gloves. All right. So what do you expect on his own? What do you expect Teddy to do against this defense as a whole? So we talked about the O-line, talked about the help. Who's in, who's out. Teddy Two Gloves himself, man. What do you expect?
I'm gonna tell you real quick, LP. I'm
Suffer.
gonna tell you real quick, LP. Nah, here's the thing. Like I said, it all depends on how that O-line stands, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, if Teddy can have that couple seconds, man, he can let go of the ball, man. He can definitely let go of the ball, for real, for real. And now that our wide receiver core is partially back, man, of course, besides KJ, listen, those guys can get open easily, man. You know what I'm saying? Give Teddy a couple seconds. He should be good against, like I said, against the 8th ranked defense. Now, it's gonna be interesting to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? See how Teddy kind of, tactfully make decisions and all that, man. But other than that, dude, you know what? Again, it all depends. It all depends on that O-line right there. And that's it, man. I have faith in Teddy. Again, trust me, man. This is going to be a real test for Teddy B. You know what I mean? But I know he can get through that. For real. For sure, man. For sure.
Teddy Bridgewater is averaging 5.1 yards per attempt.
Yeah, listen, dog. Listen.
Where's the danger?
Listen,
Where's
dude.
the danger?
Listen.
That's why his completion rate is so high, 70%, because he's not throwing the ball downfield. If you're not going to throw the ball downfield, you're helping the Cowboys defense, because that's probably one of their weaknesses is defending the deep ball, big plays. If Teddy Bridgewater can't do that,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Will, because now we have our deep threat, which is Jerry Jeudy, man. Let him go. Let him go. That's what I'm saying.
But we just talked about how bad your offensive line is. How are you going to get? You can't have one without the other.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
He's going to be able to try and throw the deep ball and get crushed doing it, or he's going to have to think and dunk his way down the field.
He has to think and dunk, man. Listen, that's a black man right there. Can go outside the pocket, man, throwing the deep ball. Why not? Cuz you know what I'm saying? Let that dude figure. Listen, let that dude dump it. We good. That's what I'm saying, man. I just want to see this again. This is the test that I want to see how the O-line do, man. You know what I mean? Against y'all. That's all I want to see, dude.
I want to say, Mark, you better hope for your Broncos' sake that Dan Quinn doesn't decide to put Micah Parsons on the D-line, because it will be over for Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, it's going to be over and done with. But I'm not worried about y'all receivers, man. I'm really not. Now, if y'all would have had, I don't know if I had Cam Newton back there, maybe because he got a big arm, but he's not accurate. I'm just not worried about the Broncos at all.
I feel you.
I'll say this. There's one guy that we haven't talked about that I am worried about, because he constantly flies under the radar, and that's Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick is built. He's like 6'4", 220, somewhere around there. He's the one I'm worried about, because on a matchup with somebody like Jordan Lewis, that's a matchup where that could be exploited, because Lewis has been up and down most of the season, as opposed to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown's been playing a lot better the last couple of weeks, but Jordan Lewis is kind of shaky. So
no, actually he is. I looked at, he's.
Yeah. So if there's one spot where there could be a chink, that's where the matchup would be. But like I said, you got to have time to get to Tim Patrick, because he's the third read now.
Yeah. He's still effective though. Like
he is.
Absolutely.
Sure. Like he is.
That's why I was shocked you didn't bring him up, Mark.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole core is good. Again, I wish him having KJ back, man, because that's our speedster right there as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Pissing me off.
Right.
But y'all gonna be trash, so we not worried about that.
This dude,
Mark's background is pissing me off.
Exactly. Yeah, appreciate that.
It got me at ease, honestly. Like I feel cool about it either way. I mean,
is that Teddy Bridgewater getting sacked right there?
No, that's Dak.
That's Dak getting sacked by the late great. I would say late. I have to say late great.
I can't see because Mark's head's in the way.
No longer. No longer.
Okay.
The late great Von Miller, man. That's all.
Oh, he's not there anymore because they traded him.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's with a winning team now.
And that's the thing, man. When it comes to Teddy, I think what you see is what you get. There's nothing else like behind the veil. Like what you see with Teddy is what you're going to get. And if you're happy checking the ball down and hoping things go well, then you're kind of playing the exact same game plan last week of Kirk Cousins, right? If you're going to say, okay, well, let's just kind of play behind the sticks, play for 3rd and 4. That's fine if you want to do that. But all it takes is with a bad line, holding call here, tripping penalty. It's very simple. Like all that can snowball, like you said, with the leaky offensive line. So by all means, go ahead and do it. I don't have a problem with Teddy. Teddy can make throws, but when it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, then what? What do you got?
Dun, dun, dun. That's out of his range because he's only throwing 5
Hey,
yards.
listen, you must be out your mind,
But
dude.
he's 70%.
You must be
though,
out
right?
your mind. Yeah,
Screen
listen,
pass.
But he's
Listen,
70%,
dude.
right? So no one's worried
Listen.
about that.
Inside corner route to Judy. That's it, man. You know what I mean? Put that
Whatever.
man plays up, man. Come on, Ace. You know.
Curses.
Yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
that up.
Hey,
Can Tay
Draymond's
squeeze
taking that
in cover
home.
two?
Oh, get the heck out of here, cuz.
Can
Get
Tay
the heck
squeeze
outta
that
here.
cover two? That's the question of the week. Can Teddy squeeze that ball in the cover two?
No.
No.
Oh, he can squeeze it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, Mahomes can't even squeeze in the cover two.
Mahomes, hey, listen,
That's
Mahomes
a
is trying.
whole
Listen,
different
get out here, man.
episode,
Look, come on, please, dog. Please,
Whole different
dude.
episode.
Mahomes got exposed. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Come
All
on.
right, so let's go ahead and turn the page. Let's turn the page over. Turn the page over. So moving on to our offense versus their defense. First off, guys, do we think Dak Prescott is playing?
He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
So
Mike
all right,
McCarthy already said that he was going
He's
to
in?
give him a full workload on Thursday. They are ramping up. He could have played last week.
I
He
feel
could have
like
played last week against
I feel
Minnesota.
like Dak
Yeah.
needs to play
Yeah.
now. He has to play. I
I
mean,
didn't- go ahead.
no. I mean,
Now, go
he
ahead,
has
please.
to play. I'm not stressing about the Eagles, but they do have the easiest remaining schedule coming up. I feel like he has to at least play the next couple games. If you know what I'm saying, like, and the Chiefs, Broncos, like defensively, they're good. I don't think Cooper Rush can win this game. I didn't think he could win against the Vikings, and that it took a miracle. It took Amari catching the ball off the dude's chest, and Zeke.
Nah, he mossed him, bro.
No,
It's angels
That
in
was
the
a
football
straight
field.
ball.
dog.
I mean,
It's
it was a
straight up
great-
angels in the football
It was
field.
a great,
on that one, man.
and Zeke
Come
going
on.
Thanos in the middle of on 3rd and 11. But that was a miracle win. That's not happening again against the Broncos with Cooper Rush. We're gonna need that. And if Dak plays, it's at least 38 on y'all. At least.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm
a little
gonna
bit.
I'm gonna tell you real quick. All right.
Watch
So
the
here,
spin. Watch the spin.
nah, it's not no spin. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
real quick because
That's
here's the thing. What we did, of course, to the Redskins, man. Of course, that was like the Broncos' best, defensive, performance ever. But I would say on my part, who cares? Who really cares? It's the Redskins for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's the Redskins.
Excuse me, sir. That's not politically correct.
It's-
They're no longer the Redskins.
Well, it's the Washington football team. First of all, I can't get out of this, man. It's like I'm about to go on that's or some morals, but yeah. So it's
Let's get past that one. Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's the Washington football team. Like I say again, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like we played, the defense played amazing. You know what I'm saying? My thing is
Amazing. Y'all played against Taylor Heineke.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
a
Like,
bum.
but that's what I'm saying. They played amazing, but again, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
The score up on
Who
him. Y'all scored
cares?
15 points.
Hey, listen.
You serious?
That's what I'm saying. But it's the fact that again, it's a wake up call to play that close against the Redskins, man.
How
It's a
many
wake up
yards
call.
how many
It's a
yards did
wake up
Teddy-
call, Will.
Ain't no
It's a wake up call.
They
It's
giving
a
up the
wake up.
most passing yards in the league, and Teddy Bridgewater had what? Did he crack 300? I don't
know
remember
of.
because
Well,
the game was so
not
bad
that
to
I know of.
watch. It was boiling my eyes.
Oh my God, dude.
I had him. He's supposed to at least crush it yardage wise for fantasy. I think he had like an average day. He was average.
I
He
mean,
had an average
One of the
day.
worst against one of the worst defenses against the pass.
I mean, he's
What's the Redskins defense anyway? As far as rankings go, man.
it's like 20 or something.
They're at the bottom of the league against the pass.
Doesn't
That was a
kinda
game with Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy back after being
All right,
out.
fellas. So just changing gears, man. Finally flipping the page. That was a long exchange about the defense. Cowboys offense versus the Broncos defense, man. Let's talk about the O-line first, like we always do, the building blocks. So as I understand, it looks like we're not going to have Tyron Smith on Sunday against this Denver defensive front. So leaving it open to you guys, man. Mark, you want to start first? You can make a case for your boys. What do we expect from the Denver D-line? It's a 3-4 front, right? They're 3-4, two outside linebackers, correct?
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
So
Um,
what do we
and
expect?
it's gonna be interesting too because again, like I said, it's just going to see. We still don't have Chubb. I think Chubb's still recovering from maybe next week or so. I don't know if he's gonna be back for the Eagles. I don't know if he's gonna be back after the bye. And then with the acquisition of Von Miller, now it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do. Right now with Johnson, Schnad, and of course our deep backs as well. I want to see. It's man. it's just like I said, the way they handled last week, man, was great. I just want to see what they're going to do again. Of course, we know Callahan is definitely on the IR right now, man, which is kind of sucks, man, because that was our best boy too. So you have PS2 coming up in front as well too. Kyle Fuller is going to take the mix as well, and then Ronald Darby as well too, and then you got Shelby Harris. But so now, as I'm hoping, like I said, we'll see kind of a mixture, like how Fangio does a lot of switched up, man. It's going to be really, really interesting, dude, man. And like I said, I have just mixed feelings about this, man. So we'll see what happens.
Ace, what's up?
I'm sorry. I'm just bust out laughing because Mark mentioned Ronald Darby.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get to them in a second. Don't worry about it. Nah, it's a crescendo. We're building to it. Don't worry.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine though. Tyron, I don't see what the problem is with moving Collins over to left tackle. I don't understand why not. I'm pretty sure he can hold up pretty well. I mean, I know that's not his original position, but he's a Pro Bowl. He'll be fine. Our O-line, I think we'll be fine, man. I don't really see a threat to that 3-4 without Chubb, without Von Miller. I really don't have no worries within the Broncos D-line, really, to be honest. If anything, Dak should have all day. Zeke and Pollard should go off. I see this as like a 180 rushing yard game. This
total.
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Okay. Will, thoughts, man?
I actually hope that they put Lyle Collins at left tackle. Could you imagine if you don't have Tyron Smith and you have Lyle Collins and he comes out and balls at that spot as a backup to Tyron Smith? That cements your offensive line for the future, potentially, if you decide, hey, you want to move on from Tyron Smith. Not saying that I would, because I still think he can play, but the injuries are starting to mount up. But if you decide one way or another, hey, you know what, Tyron, we're going to move on. Or, hey, Tyron decides, you know what, I'm getting banged up. I'm going to retire. I'm 30. I got the rest of my life ahead of me. Whatever the case may be, you now have a chance to cement your offensive line. And then you only need two pieces coming out of the next draft. You may need a center if Biotis can't get it together. And then you can move Connor Williams. And he could be your backup, whatever you want him to be at. But the offensive line is good. I don't see Denver posing that much of a threat this week. They just don't. They're dealing with injuries. They're missing guys. They just traded one of their best pass rushers at the linebacker position or DN, however they flex them. I'm not concerned at them getting to Dak like that. And on the simple fact that Dak's been playing very well in dissecting defenses post and pre-snap. So even if they can get to him or get pressure around him, he's been able to get the ball away from defenders and hit the open guy or find or put it in tight spots. So if Dak keeps that up, defense is going to have to figure out how they're going to stop him some other way.
And just real quick, just a shout out to Terrence Steele, man. I mean, we did not expect him to be balling like how he was balling. Especially after Kyle went down, when Collins went down, most of us was like, Dak about to get killed. But no, he held up though. He held up. He definitely held up. And like you said, I just love the breakdown of the O-line, Will. You know what I mean? If that's true, because Smith, he getting banged up. I will look to trade him. This was like the fourth straight season where he's dealing with some type of injury. I would look forward to trading. And if Colin balls at that left tackle spot,
I'll say this one thing. My ideal lineup, I was hoping that, because he came back from suspension and they didn't immediately put him at the right tackle spot. I'm like, maybe they put him at left guard next to Tyron Smith. No, he was already playing guard.
You gonna put Connor at the left tackle?
No.
I'm saying
we're saying if healthy, right? You're saying if healthy, assuming everything's right, correct?
Yeah, it would be Smith.
Okay.
It would be Collins,
Smith, yeah. Collins,
Biotis, Martin, Steele. I love when
That's not bad.
I love when Collins played guard coming in to the Cowboys when he was first drafted. He was to me. I mean, it may not. You may feel totally different, but him out there was nasty. No,
what's wrong, LP?
He's like, no.
Nah,
I just remember this one play. I think he were playing Green Bay, and he got out there on a block on the outside.
Oh, I know because he did it against Seattle too. Like he I think it was Earl Thomas. He wiped him out. But so it's funny, man. So my guy who's typically the producer on these videos with his instrumentals, man, at DJ Bottle Jonathan. What's up, man? Usually, like, you know what I'm saying, we used to be at work together, and he would send me the PFF grades. He would send me all the stats that would come up. This was like around maybe 3 or 4 years ago, back when he was playing left guard. And he sent me one stat that I saw that Lyle was giving up the most pressures at left guard, the most pressures. You don't want pressure inside in the face of a quarterback. You don't want that. So if it's Dak, Cooper Rush, I don't really care. But, and Mark, I'm sorry, I know you're bored listening to all this, but I got you in a second. The thing is, with the inside,
don't worry about him.
But my whole point is, man, you don't play with the inside. You don't want to play with the inside. And I think that's the part that I just have issue with. And, you know, I hate to go last once again in the subject to put the exclamation point on it. But I think for me, ideally, my line would be a healthy Tyron Smith. I want to see Connor McGovern play, actually, either a center or left guard somewhere, because they want this guy to play in some capacity. And I want Collins to be at the right tackle spot. And I'm perfectly happy with training Terrence Steele to be a swing tackle. He plays left or right tackle if somebody were to get hurt. That's where he fits in the best. That does mean that we have to play either Biotish or Williams. But either way, man, I don't want a guy that has issues with technique, getting pushed backwards. And if you actually remember when he played guard, he was late out of his stance quite a bit, which led to those pressures too. So that's something like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But you know what I'm saying? But Will, one thing though you did say that I was thinking about was this though, is what happens as far as handing the baton off to somebody else if Tyron can't play or he's hurt or whatever. With Tyron, man, I want him to do it till he can't no more. I want him to, go down to the rotors till he can't. I'm not saying to the point where he's Jason Peters, but I'm just saying as far as he could possibly go. No, because Jason Peters, man, was always hurt.
And that's why I disagree with y'all though, because I feel like if you hold on to Tyron longer than you should, then he does become Jason Peters. Because Jason Peters, what happened to him is he started getting banged up, but he was an Eagle and they was not letting him go. He going to live and die here.
I got one counter though. One counter at that point. One counter. Did this say, assuming what you guys have said already, right? That the next guy up is ready to play, assuming that he is. Mm-hmm. With the case of Peters, did the Eagles need Peters or was he a luxury? Because it seems like Tyron would be a luxury at a fair market price. I don't push out good players that can still play if they're healthy and they're affordable. Okay. I'm not pushing you out.
Then, they needed Peters. That's a good point. But then I would rather get something for Tyron now while he's still able to play a little bit. Rather than
what do you get? What do
teams know what we know?
Mean? You telling me the Jets wouldn't give up at least a third?
I would not do that to Tyron Smith.
I'm not doing that, man. No.
It's a business. It's the business.
Nah. If it was anybody else, I'd ship him off to the Jets.
Okay, send him to the Broncos for PS2.
Ew, no, that's even
you actually crazy. Come on, dog.
They're not too far apart.
Come on, man.
I agree. I hear y'all, but it just feels like at this point, Tyron is becoming Jason Peters.
But you know what, though? When he's there, though, the thing is, when Peters was playing, was Peters that good?
No.
And I would say, and that's where you got him, because he is actually still, when he's healthy, a top left tackle.
Hey,
that's why I keep trying to tell people, man. As long as the talent's there, you gotta keep him.
Fellas, one thing, because actually, Will, you actually set off a spark, man. You set off a spark earlier. I think you didn't even notice it, right? So before we got on, man, I was having a talk on Twitter. I think it was Jay. I wish I knew what his @ was to shout him out, but we were having a talk on Twitter, and he said that with a lot of teams because we all believe here, Mark, you can chime in if you want. It's okay. Mm-hmm. And if you don't agree, I don't really care. But so we were talking about this, right? We were saying that for the Cowboys, we think the Cowboys are a special team that is actually going to do something. In some capacity, everybody has to chip in, even a small contributor of some sort has to chip in. Somebody who's a role player has to step up really, really big. That person, I think, is Terrence Steele, right? It's Terrence Steele. Clearly, we understand that, right? Yeah. I think if that's what's going on, then that means Terrence still has to play the right tackle better than he ever has before. So I think he has to prove it against these teams. Like, we have good stock in him. We believe in him. We think he's good. He's better than what he should be, or whatever the case is. Maybe he has a future as Doug Free. Who knows? If that's the case and this team is special and has to win games without Tyron Smith, then you need Terrence Hill to show that right now, right away. And this is the game he has to do it in. It has to be against teams that are not great. But he has to build that confidence up, man. That's just my thoughts. I don't know if you guys see it the same way.
Agreed. Because he basically came out of nowhere. You know,
I feel like you need.
I
just feel like you need one offensively and defensively. Like you said, offensively, it's Steele. I feel like defensively is Curse. I just feel like those are the
1,000%.
You need those players.
Hey, Mark, do you
Man,
have
F y'all
players?
team? F y'all team. That's what I'm saying.
You have those players, Mark? You sitting over there kind of quiet.
Hey, listen.
Who's your,
listen, you better be hope, man. You better be hope, man. We got all good guys injured. That's all I'm saying, dude. F y'all team, dog.
Hey, it looks like it, man. All right, Mark. So here we go. Here's the one that I've been waiting to talk about. So let's just go ahead and get into it, man. So the Broncos secondary versus the Cowboys receivers. Now, I'll just say this. I think off the rip, Dallas has the advantage, no matter how you want to spin it. But the one guy I do worry about with that secondary is Justin Simmons, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep him busy, because I think with him, and you know what? I'll add this in, and y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong or not, but when this game is said and done, on Twitter, on whatever we talk about, TikTok, Ace, I'm looking at you right now, this is going to be, I'm just telling you, this is going to be the receipt game. This is their game of receipts. We talk about either one, PS2 is mid, average, garbage, or it's going to be another Cowboys fan, Civil War, talking about we should have traded up for PS2 or whatever the case is. So this game is that game. So what do y'all think about CeeDee Lamb, Cooper against this secondary that features PS2, Kyle Fuller, and Ron Darby? Thoughts on the matchups here?
I'm abusing Ronald Darby all day.
He's gonna
whoever he's lined up on, he's getting the work, because we know he cannot guard my grandma in a wheelchair. He's burnt chicken.
See,
out there.
Well, you know, the funny thing was when we acquired Ronald Darby, man, I don't want to see Will's tweets, man, all day. Because when I forgot what Will tweeted, and I was like, nah, I'm putting this man on mute real quick, because I don't feel like hearing that crap. Nah, that was way back. You ain't digging that up, man. I couldn't stand it, dude. But I was like, you know what? New scheme, I don't know, man. But again, like you said, LP, it got to go with Justin Simmons, man, and Kyle Fuller, dude. Seriously, you know, those dudes are stepping up, man. I love both of them. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be interesting, dude. That's gonna be really interesting. I feel like, you know, you got to definitely probably throw Malik Reed on the receiver, probably the slot. You know what I mean? Because, or first of all, Malik's pretty much going to step up as well. You know, for this game, especially with the absence of Vaughn. Malik is the next best thing going on. You know what I mean? So we'll see what he has to do. But again, that you got your backfield captain in Simmons, man. I cannot wait to see that happen, dude. I cannot wait to see.
So let me ask you this question though, man, real fast, right? So if I take these three corners, I take, because now we don't have Bryce Callahan, he's out.
Yeah, right.
So if it's Fuller, Darby, and PS2 in that grouping of three, who then is the slot?
Wait, real quick, is Gallup playing or is he not playing?
No, he's not.
I don't think he's playing. No, he's not playing.
Okay.
No, I mean that would be just hell on earth for them.
I'm gonna say if we're being honest, then Seti is actually a burner. He actually got some speed to him. So most likely he'll be matched up against Darby, and that's not a
in your slot. So Darby's the slot.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Damn.
Wait.
I mean, there's no way you could flip that, LP. If you keep Darby in the slot against Seti, he's toast. If you put him on the outside against Lamb, toast. If you put him on Cooper, we already seen what Cooper did to Darby.
Hey, Ace, if Ronald is playing the slot, wouldn't it make more sense to put Cedric Wilson on the outside and let Lamb kill in the slot?
I mean, they switch it up, but I'm just saying primarily Wilson is in the slot when Amari and Coop is out there. And if that's the case, if that's the case, then I agree with you and LP. I'm at Darby's neck. We we already seen what Coop and Gallup was doing to Darby when he was in
Yeah,
Philly.
exactly. Well, we know what Darby's capable.
But that's one of the best things about the Cowboys offense in terms of their wide receivers. Remember, this whole offseason, they've been getting them ready to play every position.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the great things about those wide receivers. And that's why when people started sleeping on Michael Gallup because he was like, oh, he's the third guy because Cooper and Lamb are so good. Y'all forget that they've been rotating. So now they have the ability to take advantage of whatever mismatch they can get up.
Yep.
And if I'm in the war room, preparing for the weekend, that's one of the matchups I'm trying to take advantage of. So you saw what they did 2020 with Andy Dalton and who was the boy? Jacquees. Whoever that Eagles corner was named Jacquees, he was getting roasted. They was taking turns passing him around.
I would say we know he's a loss. I mean, I don't even think he's with the team. That game probably lost him his job. He's done after that.
But that's the kind of plan of attack I would try and take. Sure, we'll test the other guys, but we're gonna find out wherever he is, wherever Ronald Darby is on the field, and we're gonna take advantage of that matchup. And then they're gonna have to either come down and protect him, or we'll switch it up if they decide to go over the top or however you want to do it. But there's a mismatch right there. And let me take advantage of that. It's a wrap.
I'm gonna just respond to LP too, because he was talking about the cries for Surtain, maybe if the game goes sideways or the Parsons. I think we're done with that. I think Parsons was the pick we needed. I know a lot of us, including myself, wanted Pat, could not believe that the Broncos took him when they needed.
Yeah, bless your hearts, man. Bless your hearts, man, for real.
Y'all needed a freaking quarterback.
But I also did like
Aaron Rodgers 20. Listen, next year Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm saying, dude.
You're not getting Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers next year.
Like Parsons. Parsons is playing out of his mind. I mean, playing better than most people expect. I think that talk is dead. I mean, I really feel like at this point, Parsons, I feel like might have been the better pick over Surtain.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about availability, what happened, man. And just for everybody listening out there, y'all know me. I always pull, recent history and old history up. But talking about like the matchups themselves, the one thing I want to just point out, you guys remember like maybe it was like 2018, where we had Dez, and Dez was like everybody lines up in the same spots all the time, so everyone knows what's going on, things like that. Yep. That's no longer a thing anymore.
Now you can count that to Jason Garrett.
I mean, and look, the man's already dead, so he ain't coming back. like Terry, he's not coming back. But the thing is, man, with this team, it's the multiplicity of what they can do. So we talk about the 4 receivers now, was said, right? They can also come out and say, look, we're going to go 2 tight ends, 12 personnel, and it's still going to be like a deep concept or a play action concept going to Jarwin or Schultz or whatever the case is. Like, I don't think Vic Fangio has that figured out yet, man. And granted, Vic Fangio plays in the division with Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he has that figured out as to what Kellen Moore can actually bring. And again, we assume Dak is going to play. Dak has been carving up 3-4 defenses for a long time now. So that's not a new concept to him. I got this. I understand. So again, what happens with PS2? I think PS2 is going to get cooked. And fans are going to come, pull the receipts. They're going to laugh and scoff. And that's just how it goes,
man.
Just real quick, y'all know how good I am at pulling receipts. So when we do smash PS2, just be ready for those receipts, because I ain't.
Man, to see Jalen gonna be sick. Jalen, you better keep your phone on. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Mark, you better keep your phone on.
Come on, man. Come on.
Mark pulls the best Danny Phantom I've ever seen.
I ain't trying to hear that.
As soon as the clock is all zeros and that L is on the screen, Mark don't pick up his phone.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
Twitter don't work. Jeez.
Hey, man. Ace, make sure you got that proton pack for this guy, man.
Hey, Ace already on the way.
Oh, man. He's stupid.
So, fellas. So, wrapping up this game, man, just go get into the tail end right here. So, let's pick a player of the game. And, of course, again, I'll go last. But a player of the game on offense and defense. Mark, you're the guest. So, let you go first. Pick your offensive player, defensive player of the game for the Broncos. Assuming you guys win. Probably won't. But
offensive player, man. Listen, Javonte Williams, man. I feel like he's going to do big, man. I feel like he's going to listen. Melvin Gordon had his shine last week, man. Javonte Williams, let's do this thing, man. This week, I know he's going to do his thing You know what I mean? Defense, Malik Reed, man. Malik Reed with the absence of Von Miller, man, has to step up with 4 sacks already. You know, so Malik has to do his thing. I feel like listen, he already knows it's his time, it's his turn. He's a captain now. Let's do this thing. You know, so Malik Reed for defense for sure. And yeah, so Javonte, Malik Reed, man. I'm gonna watch both of y'all. Oh, dude, it's gonna be impeccable. Come on, Ace. You know it is, man. Come on.
Ace, take it.
Come on.
Take it.
Defense, I'm gonna go Micah Parsons. I don't see
low hanging fruit, man. Real
I know. I know. I mean, it's just an easy pick, but I mean, come on, it's Parsons. He's been playing lights out. Nobody makes plays. You know, there's a couple plays against the Vikings where he's pushing Van Der Esch out of the way so he can make the plays. And I just got to go Michael. Offensively, I'm gonna go with Tony Pollard. I feel like this might be Pollard's day. I feel like I might get 85 from Pollard on the ground and another 30 in the air with a TD. I'm gonna go Tony Pollard for offense.
Will, what you got?
I don't have one player for defense. I'm gonna say the entire defensive line.
Here you go.
Oh, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Get it out your system.
Who cares, man?
Let me know
Who
when you're done.
cares?
Let me know when you're done. Because the Cowboys defense right now,
Come
especially
on.
the defensive line, that's been one of the more maligned items heading into the season. Oh, they were historically bad. Oh, they can't stop the run. Oh, they don't get turnovers. Oh, it was all these things. And now those same people don't have anything to say about how the Cowboys defense has suddenly turned a corner now that they got Dan Quinn, now that they don't run that busted 3-4, whatever Mike Nolan was doing when he came in. His defenses have never worked since he's been in the NFL. And now everybody's stone shocked. It's like, oh, I can't believe it. The Cowboys run defense is giving up 88 yards a game on the ground. They're going to
It might be lower than that, I think.
They're going
4.2
to
a carry. It's not high. But
I
it's
mean,
necessity.
they're average on rush defense. But they're going to come in and they're going to want to put their statement on the game and crush that run defense for the rushing attack for the Denver Broncos. On offense, I gotta give it to Dak Prescott, and I know that's probably low hanging fruit too, but he's coming back from a calf injury. They're gonna have a lot of questions coming into the game. Can he stay healthy? Is Dak Prescott still going to continue his MVP? You're not going to touch him.
Don't be talking that nonsense like that.
That's the only way that you're going to win. You need him to get hurt. But those questions are going to be surrounding Dak Prescott coming in. Is he coming in too early? Are they rushing him? Can't the Cowboys just use Cooper Rush? Like, shut up. Don't say nothing stupid like that. Dak Prescott is having one of the best years of his career right now. He's in the MVP conversation. All the other MVPs have taken a hit last week. So now he has a chance to get back in the game after missing a game against Minnesota. Dak Prescott should be player of the week coming back from injury and showing people why he's so dangerous.
And just to piggyback real quick, LP, before you go,
shoot.
Will, I predicted this last year. You seen the tweet? I said Dak gonna play with a top 10 defense this year while leading the top 3 offense. And people was calling me crazy and delusional.
You found it?
We were. Oh yeah, you know I found it. Oh, you know I did. And I posted it yesterday too. And I tagged all the people that were saying all that craziness and people. I was getting tore up for that post. And now it's quiet. I was tagging people. They don't want to respond. They want to block me. It's okay. It's fine.
Cancel this man. Cause.
But see, I don't want to go on a tangent, but that's the thing about everybody says, oh, football's year to year. Cool. But where was that mentality before 2021 started? Because everybody was cementing the Cowboys as this is what they are from 2020. Now everybody's stunned. What happened? I thought it was year to year. Things change every year.
Every year.
But except when it comes to the Cowboys, they just supposed to be trash every year. Now everybody's shocked. Man, you got Stephen A. Smith trying to come on. Yeah, they the number 1 team to beat the NFL. Shut up.
Great impersonation, though. It's a great impersonation. I mean, you know what, man? So I was gonna wrap a bow on this thing, but let's just kind of talk about that real quick. And Mark, again.
Well, time out. Who your defensive or offensive player?
Yeah,
still got none.
Okay, all right, no, well for me, okay. So I mean, I was gonna go with Schultz.
I'm sorry, not LP. I know you got one. I was saying about Mark.
Are you straight? So I was going with Dalton Schultz, man. I think Dalton Schultz in this game has to be involved in some capacity. I think if they believe in their head that Dak is somehow hampered, they're going to try to stack the box. I think it's going to be a carbon copy of last week where you stack the box, try to stop the run, and then when you try to do so, you're going to pretty much find yourself screwed by trying to stack the box. So I'm saying it's Dalton Schultz. I'm going Jaron Kearse, man. Jaron Kearse for sure on defense, man. He's calling the plays now, it looks like. He has more control, and he's making plays all over the field, man, whether it's in the running game, the pass game, for sure, man. But to kind of broaden the conversation real quick, we're talking about this team, where they're going. It's that perceptions are something, man. When it comes to sports, perceptions are everything, and they can be nothing at the same time. So with this team, I think we talked about it, Will, on the pod too. I think we said that this team, the bar was so low on defense, all they had to do was step over the bar, and they're a contender. That's all they had to do.
Mhm.
And defense, like the one thing that's always changing, that's not year to year, is defense. Defenses do not stay the same for years on end. That Seattle thing, that thing happened because of contracts and guys that overperformed their draft slot. That does not happen. Denver, the same thing too. While we're here, Mark, like that Denver defense, that was based on contracts and great drafting. This Cowboys defense, however, could be sustainable based on Osa, if Nashawn Wright pans out, Joseph, Michael Parsons. This was a super defensive draft. It seems like they're all paying dividends right now. So this could be sustainable. That's why you can talk your shit. That's why you can do it, because of things like that. So even like the Cowboys and Dak Prescott is not going to fade. If you're watching this podcast and you don't believe in Dak Prescott, then this is not probably the pod for you. But Dak Prescott is not going to fade back into some pumpkin like Carson Wentz. It's just not going to happen.
And just to build on that, that's what I said earlier today on Twitter. I said, based on what the let me talk. This is what I said. I said, based on what the NFC East looks like right now, the Cowboys could run the division for the next couple years, 4 or 5 years. And I caught flack for it. And it's mostly Eagles fans. That got tight. The 1 or 2 Giants fans that did pop up, they was like, you know what, you're right. Because all the other teams have major issues or problems that they have to decipher. Dallas doesn't have that. Jerry Jones and the front office actually did something right for a change, and they made smart decisions coming out of the draft. They knew last year, we can't go into this season without drafting defense. We need corners. We need a linebacker. We need, they cut Jalen Smith, and he's already out on the street after 1 week. They're making smart decisions. And like LP said, because these guys that they've drafted are panning out and they're on rookie deals, we don't have to worry about paying most of these guys for the next 4 or 5 years. And then the cap's going up. Dak Prescott's not going anywhere. He could get hurt. Anybody could get hurt. Patrick Mahomes can go out there and throw his arm out of his shoulder. Then what? He's on a 10-year deal. But nobody's concerned about that. My LP's right. We have a prime opportunity with everybody else struggling in the division to actually run it for the next couple of years. And then when you hit that 3-4 year mark, then you can start thinking about, we need to do this or do that. But because the Cowboys draft so well, or they have the last couple of years, that may not be an issue either. Oh, your offensive line getting old. Well, guess what? We can pick up another lineman or two in the next draft because we know what we're doing. Where are you manufacturing the issues now?
All right, so you're not worried about the Eagles' 3 first-round picks for next year, man, and see what's going on with that?
Did Howie Roseman retire?
Mark, you beat me to the punch.
I'm just saying, dude.
I'll repeat what I just said. Did Howie Roseman retire? Did they fire him somewhere? Because the last couple of times they had to beg for us to get Devontae Smith because the Giants were about to take him. If they,
I agree to a certain extent, but there's no way possible you can mess up. Now that's 1 first-round pick. You can't mess up 3. You can't mess up 3.
Facts.
You can't mess up
3. Facts.
One sec. Ace.
You hoping?
Ace.
No, I'm just saying. That's realistic.
Facts, though. Yeah.
Hang tight, but hang tight, Ace. And also, guys, we're coming up on time. We got like 5 minutes left.
Oh, snap.
So, if I give you 3 scratch-offs, man, there's a possibility those 3 scratch-offs are lemons. You know that, right? I give you 3 scratch-offs and say, here, they worth $1,000 a pop. You know you can walk away with just $50 in your hand. Dylan Rager, pretty much, right?
Hey, but I'm gonna be $50 richer. So
Okay.
whatever
Guess
the
what?
Eagles,
I got
whatever the
CD. You got
Eagles
Rager.
draft might be better than what they already have. It depends
Yo,
on
I
the
like
draft.
that.
You get $50 richer and you're fired.
You have
fired.
Rager. Okay. Your 50 is Rager. My 1,000 is
Hey,
CD
Will,
Lamb.
before you say
That's
something,
Jalen Rager.
no, wait, before that
Just like-
happened, Howie didn't got $50 richer plenty of times. Rager, Whiteside, we could go down the list, but it's
levels,
I'm sorry,
And that's
I'm
one
not
pick.
gonna go
But
But you got
I'm
three,
giving him three.
but that's what I'm saying. You got 3 picks out of like 30 something, the best of the best, man. You again, like it's like Ace said, you can't mess that up.
And
You
Mark,
can't.
We're not even
He's
talking
done
about.
it the last
This is what
2
you-
years.
We're not even talking about.
So
traditional
probability he's going to say that he's going to mess up this time? No,
Bro,
All right,
he went
all right.
from AJ Brown and DK Metcalf to JJ Arthega-Whiteside, who's a great special team wide receiver. Are you serious right now?
This must be something in Philadelphia air, man, because we can talk about the Sixers the same way too, man. With the same friggin'
All right, fellas.
Sorry.
So changing gears real quick, but before just to cap that one thing off, just remember, Ace. Just remember, we had 2 first-round picks, and one pick was Mike Jenkins, the other one was Felix Jones. You can blow it, just so you know.
Hey, no,
But-
that's true.
But
That's true.
so
Yeah.
to cap this
But
whole
just
thing
like
off, guys.
before you move on, but
Go
just like Jerry got it together and started making right moves, the Eagles could do the same thing.
History says no.
Never says nothing. I mean, never
The
says
history
never,
said
but
Jerry wouldn't
Yeah,
make the right moves except
you
Eagles
can't
did.
doubt on it, man. You can't
Right.
doubt on anything
mean,
man, these days.
never
dude.
say
We should
never.
watch-
Go ahead. Let's
But all right, fellas, let's kind of wrap this thing up, man, because it's late night. Give me a score, man. So I'll go around the table one more time. Give me a score, Mark. Score.
17-14 Broncos, man. Look, F y'all, man. 17-14 Broncos.
Down bad, and you hate to see it. All right, Ace. It's down bad.
I'm gonna go 38-20. Cowboys.
Oh, you're nice. You're giving them 20 points.
Yeah, garbage time.
Call it, Will. Call it.
35-14.
He's nuts, dog. He's
Man.
nuts.
Hey, man.
Cowboys.
He's nuts.
35-14
He's
Cowboys.
nuts. He's nuts.
Man, if not Mark, hey, put me in a straight jacket too. I got Cowboys 31-17. So there you have it. But fellas, before I let you guys go, man, one more time around the table. How can we find you guys online? Mark, you going last just for that prediction. Ace. How can we find you online, man? One time. Go ahead, Ace.
He froze.
Go ahead, Ace. Oh, you got stuck?
He froze.
Oh, man.
You can find Ace
Let him
on
know.
Twitter at Ace_ECA4. You can find me at Hype_Finest. That's Will. And make sure you follow the podcast too at Fantasy's Finest on Twitter. Mark, you can say your long behind one.
Go ahead, man.
I got to take a picture of Ace's frozen face real quick. You
You know what? I'm gonna focus on that picture, man. That's gonna be a happy.
That's a meme, right? That's yo. Screenshot that picture and send it to me. That's a meme right there. But no, you can find me. Like I said, you can Google McNux, McKnux. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook as well too, man. Like I said, you can find me anywhere.
Definitely follow him on Twitch, man. He has this is the last thing.
Yeah.
He plays games on Twitch and he like narrates and goes through and talks on comments. Really funny stuff because I caught one of them and he was like he was really mad this day. He kept resetting the game because he kept losing.
That's real.
I was like, yo, what are you
That's
doing?
real.
He was like, yo, this is
That's real.
ridiculous. Why I keep getting shot here?
Yo, for real. Oh man, but yeah, dude, it's always a fun time though, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, yo, honestly, fellas, man, once again, thank y'all for hopping on. I know Ace is gone in cyberspace, but that's okay, man. I'll holler at him later. But fellas, man, again, thank y'all for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Cowboys Nation definitely appreciates this. Also, if you guys love this video, appreciate the content, hit that like and sub button for more videos just like this one. So again, man, I'm your host, LP Cruz, and for my guys, it's Cowboys Up. You too, Mark. Peace.